Hey everyone, it's that time of year again. It's time for the Day of Love, also known as Valentine's Day. So everyone knows what Valentine's Day is pretty much, and everybody needs to go on that date, and they want to look fabulous on that date. Well, I have a look here prepared for you today to show you just how you can look fabulous on Valentine's Day. The look, I'm using a lot of pinks and some browns and some blacks to really capture love. And I'm not doing a voiceover, so I'm going to walk you through the steps right here, right now, because that's what I feel like doing. So I've already started with my primer, which is I used the Glorious Face and Eye Primer from Younique, and I also used the Mineral Touch Foundation in the color Taffeta, and I used my blending sponge. I'm so excited because Youniques are coming out next month! And since I've already done that, I'm going to be doing my highlighting and shading. So I'm starting with the BB Flawless, sorry it's sideways, in the color Cream. And I usually just kind of squirt it out onto my hand because that's easy. And then you're going to apply this. If you saw in the last video that I did, the last tutorial, you'll see that I did this highlighting and contouring. Same technique. So you always want to use downward triangles, not just directly here. You want to go all the way down to here. You'll do this under both eyes. You could also, for this, use like a under-eye concealer. I know they have like highlight and some companies have highlight and contouring palettes. And then a little bit on the nose. And then on the forehead. And you can already see the difference in the areas that I have highlighted. And it's like, whoa, that's kind of crazy, different. I'm using the Mineral Moodstruck Concealer in the color Fierce as my contouring shadow. I recently learned the difference between a contour and a bronzer. I always kind of thought they were the same, but they're not. Bronzer is to bring warmth to your face, and it's usually a warmer color, and they tend to be shimmery. And contouring powders are usually a darker, cooler color, and are meant to create a shadow instead of a warmth and shimmer. The more you know. So I'm just taking this into the hollow of my cheekbones. A lot of people do this. I don't really feel like that works on me because it doesn't really show back here, so you can just kind of feel where the hollow of your cheeks are. Okay, once you've done the hollows of your cheeks and you've blended it out and you don't look like you're about to walk on stage for something, move on to this area, your forehead. That's what that's called. Just add a little up here. That I always like to do on the edge, on the sides of my nose. And then under your chin. If you don't know the reasons for contouring, I can make a video about it if you all would like. Let me know and I can do that. Next month I was thinking about doing blushes, but I could always change my mind. This one's looking a little crazy today. That's okay. I like to be crazy. Okay, so we're done with our contouring. So now, you know, I use this for contour, and I'm going to be using this Physicians Formula Bronze Booster Beauty Balm in the color Light to Medium. And for bronzers, what you want to do is get some, and right on top of where you contoured, you just want to put a little, to just bring a little warmth to your skin. See, look at that. Look how warm that looks compared to that. Just add a little right in there. And then you can also do the same up here and here. You can do it all over if you want, but There we go. All over, yay! Okay, so now I'm going to switch to my blush, so my face, not counting my eyes, and my lips, will be completely finished. Done with. Finito. Oh. The Moodstruck Mineral Blusher that I'm using is the color Seductive, because who doesn't want to be seductive on Valentine's Day? And I'm just going to apply this like normal blush onto the cheekbones and pulling back just a little. You want to make sure when you're doing blush to not pull it in all the way to the nose, because then it just doesn't look as natural. Sometimes I get a little crazy and do that and I'm like, oh man. I always like to add a little color to my forehead, nose, and chin just to look a little more natural. And then I like to take a big fluffy fan brush and buff this all out just so I can make sure that it is blended together nicely. And yes, these faces you have to make while you do this. I'm sorry, you have to make them. You have to. Now it's time to move on to the eyes. So the color I'm starting with is Sassy, which is a shimmer pigment from Younique, and I'm using my deluxe brush for this. I'm going to focus this color on the outer corner, around, and kind of in the very corner of my eye, kind of avoiding right in here. I think that starting with the darker color is just a little easier than starting with the lighter color, because the lighter color can get muddy really easily. Okay, once you have that pretty much everywhere, you're going to switch to the color Vulnerable. This is a matte pigment. I'm just going to put that right pretty much where I avoided putting everything else. I'll bring it into the center just a little. So now that we have those two pigments done, I'm going to switch to Heartbroken, which is a very dark pink. The other two were lighter pinks. I'm adding this for a little defining pink color. I'm using a chisel fluff brush for this, and I'm just gonna slightly start from the outside and blend in and down. You want to use a very light hand when you're doing this, so a tip, instead of holding your brush like right here where you're doing it, where you're going to press really hard, pull your hand back towards the end of the brush and then just kind of lightly blend it in there. Get the color on your lid. Okay, so once I finished with the pink, which was the dark pink, which was kind of a long process, that's what it's looking like now. It's not blended and I'm not done, so don't worry, don't freak out. This isn't the finished product. I'm going to be taking a crease brush, and in the very right here, I'm just going to lightly add some of that brown in there. I will be using both brown and black in this look because we're getting crazy. You'll notice throughout this little section that where I'm holding the brush changes. In the beginning, I'm holding it more towards the bottom because I need a lighter touch, and I move it up as I get to those areas where I need more precision. This is why I need to do voiceovers, because I don't say much because I'm concentrating. After we've used Infatuated, which that one's a matte color, I'm going to be switching to Devious, which is black, and it's also a shimmer pigment, so we're going to add just a little bit more sparkle. And very lightly, because black can get out of hand quickly. You really want to make sure when you dip your brush, tap it. Get all that extra stuff off, because you don't want raccoon eyes, you don't want black everywhere. That is not what we want. So, you're going to very lightly at the end of where you finished Infatuated, which you just wanted to focus with that, I should have said that, just on the very inner part of your crease. So this will be more on the outer part of your crease. Lightly add it in. Ooh, ooh la la. And then, don't want to get this out of hand. Black is scary to use. Okay, now it's time to blend. Blending is good. So I'm going to take my liner shade brush and then start from the inside and move out because black gets everywhere. So now that I've not finished blending, I'm gonna go back in with my chisel brush and go back with the Heartbroken and add just a little more color right in here just because it kind of got absorbed by the black. Thanks a lot. Okay, so I got my brush just a little wet so this color would come out a little more intense, and I'm really glad I did that because you can see the pink a lot better now in that black. That black got out of hand. So a quick explanation for what I'm doing here. I'm blending like crazy, and then I'm adding some more color of Vulnerable, and then I'm blending even more. Blending saves lives, people. I feel like the black is a little too intense. So when you're doing this, less black, and you'll be good. More brown, with a hint of black. So now, we're going to take eyeliner, and we're going to be using two colors. We're using both brown and black. I don't know if you can tell. And we're using the Moodstruck Precision Pencils in Proper and Perfect. So I'm starting out with Proper. And I'm going to line from here to about halfway, and then I'm going to switch to black. And then to the other side. Okay, so Proper is now done. That was fast and easy. And then I'm switching to Perfect, which is the black, and continuing that brown line. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I have a nice little mini smudger. Let me see if I can show you that. Woo! I accidentally once used this as a lip brush. Bad things ensued. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke this out. Basically, I'm just going to blend it until it's not a really sharp line. And especially in the two color area, I'm really just going to blend, 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 blend until that is a smooth transition. Now, for the bottom, what are we doing for the bottom? We're taking the crease brush that we used for the Infatuated. There we go. And we'll take a little bit, and we're going to smoke it out under here, which means we're going to put color and then just blend, 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 blend. Pretty much what we just did with the eyeliner, but with the color underneath. So it's a very soft glowing brown color. See the difference that gives between this eye and this eye? It's just a more sexy type of like rare look. Okay, maybe not rare, but something less crazy. So now that I have that, I'm going to go back with my Proper and then line just a little bit under the eye. I don't tight line, which means you put it on the waterline. I put it on the very edge of my eyelashes. See that? La, la, la. just gives it amps up the look just a little bit more. If you like to line your waterline, that would probably look good here, but I don't like to. And then I'm going back with a little blender and blending the edge of that so it kind of smooth transition. That's what we like, smooth transitions. That looks better with the liner. The black's not too much now. What do you guys think? Now it's mascara time. And of course, I'm using my Younique 3D Fiberlash Mascara because it's my favorite. It's the best. And I'm not going to apply that on video because you guys know why. So now we have the look finished with the mascara. What do you guys think? Halfway through, I was definitely dreading this, but I think it looks really good. So with the lips, you can either go bold or you can go not as bold. So I will show you what it looks like with both. I'm using Lethal Lip Gloss for the bold, and then I'm using Bare Minerals Moxie with a little bit of Sugar Plum Fairy from Wet n Wild for the less bold look. So if you're feeling bold, here's what the red looks like with the look. So what I did for this is I put on the Moxie, and then with the Sugar Plum Fairy I used a lip brush and kind of blended the two colors together. Really did this to make sure it's all through. This is what it looks like with this look. Which lip color do you guys like better? Do you like the bolder, or do you like, you know, the more not bold? I guess the more feminine? I don't know, they're both feminine. That's all I pretty much have for the video today. I really hope you like this romantic, lovey Valentine's Day look. If you do something similar, let me know. I want to see what you've done. It is lip month this month, so I will be posting an intro video about all of Younique's lip products, which I did use one in this video. I will also link everything that I used down below so you know what all is going on. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below for me. I always love to read those. Thanks again for watching. You guys have a nice day, and I will see you all later.